Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Nick here. This is a quick video I just wanted to do. On Monday, apparently, Monday the 16th of July 2020, apparently, was it the 16th? No, it's the 13th. Sorry, Monday the 13th today. No, it's Tuesday the 14th, was it? No, it was Tuesday the 14th. And today is Thursday the 16th. On Tuesday the 14th of July 2020, sorry for the muddle just now, um, Rose, the first episode of Doctor Who Series 1 or Season 27, and the first episode of the revised series, became 15 years old, 3 months, and 20 days old. The exact age that Survival Part 3, the final episode of the classic series at the end of Season 26, was when Rose was broadcast. And that means that now Rose is the new series, in fact, is officially older than the Wilderness Years. The Wilderness Years took place between the 6th of December 1989 and the 26th of March 2005, when Doctor Who was not when they were going to make Doctor Who Season 27, but it got cancelled and they just didn't bring it back until 2005, apart from the American attempt in the mid-90s, which led to the 1996 TV movie. But as it didn't do very well in viewing figures in America, it was not picked up for a full series, and so the show was left in limbo again until 2005. Well, 2003 when they had plans to bring it back, in 2004 when they filmed it, but 2005 when the show actually came back. So it's pretty great to know now that the new series it's not older in terms of an overall perspective, but there are more days, slightly older than what the Wilderness Years was. It has a longer time period of new series adventures than we've had of Wilderness Years stuff. Yes, there was plenty of Doctor Who stuff in the Wilderness Years. There was the books, there was the audios, there was the Doctor Who magazine comic strips. There was probably some short stories out there, and of course there was the video and DVD releases of classic series stories and the movie. And of course the Children Need special, comic relief special, The Curse of the Fatal Death, which was for comic relief with Rowan Atkinson, Richard D. Grant, Jimbro, Prince Hugh Grant, and Joanna Lumley as the 9th through to 13th Doctors. And of course the webcasts from 2001 to 2003, including one where they attempted to relaunch Doctor Who with Richard D. Grant as the 9th Doctor, not the 10th Doctor like it was in Fatal Death. But yeah, there was a couple of stuff in the Wilderness Years, but no new series until 2005, not properly anyway. And it's great to now think that that revived series is now older than what the Wilderness Years was when it came to a close. And with Series 13 on the way at some point, filming is supposed to start in September, but due to COVID, it's possibly going to be delayed. But we know Series 13 is going to come. If not next year, then it'll come in 2022. So Series 13 is 100% on the way once they can start making it. I think it's in the pre-production development at the moment, but at least one more series is on its way. Hopefully more, because I love Doctor Who. I would love to see it continue. Ignore the people who say cancel it or it's time for it to put to an end. Even if you don't like the current era, maybe whoever takes over next, if the show carries on, might be more to your taste, perhaps. So we'll see how it goes, but certainly there's at least one more series on the way, and then we'll see after that. Hopefully we can at least get to the 60th anniversary. And it actually feels really good to say we're now 3 years from the 60th anniversary. We're counting 3.5 bits. It's going to be November, October, September, August. It's just over 4 months away. It's 23rd next Thursday, so it's 4 months in a week. 4 months in a week, and 3 years. 3 years, 4 months, and a week to the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. Get the party started, get the hype rolling, and yes, that feels really good. But the main point of this video is to say it's really great to know that the revival era of Doctor Who has more of a longer tenure than the Wilderness Years, even only by a few days at the moment. But the closer we get to Series 13 and the more Doctor Who we get in the future, the longer the revived era's time is going to be. The classic series was about 26, 27 years, so yeah, I don't know if the revived series would make that far, or that many seasons. I think less. It might make the number of years, but not as many seasons. If it made that many seasons, it would be a longer time period because we've skipped a few years. Like 2009 only had specials. 2016 and 19 with gap years. We might get that with 21 due to COVID. And 2012 and 13 shared a series, but didn't have other series or other shared series in those years. So we're down a few series. Otherwise, by this point, I think we'd be at series 15, or by this point, if there was a series every year, or over a couple of years, like 12 to 13, 13 to 14, 14 to 15, etc. I think we would be at series 14 or 15 by now if we had one every year. But as it stands, we're on series 12 and 13's on the way, hopefully. I know some people will say not hopefully, but I do, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, main point of this video was to say, Wilderness City Revived series has more of a time span than the Wilderness years had. Let's raise a toast to Doctor Who, the Revived series, over 15 years and now running longer than the Wilderness years. Whether you like certain aspects of the Revived series, and I'm talking the entire first 12 series, is not just the Whittaker Chibnall era. If there may be points that you may not enjoy, there may be points that you love above all else. I know some people prefer the new series, some people got into the new series, some people find it easier, other people the complete opposite. Maybe they like it, but maybe not as much as the classics. And then there are the fans who just love both. I personally slightly lean towards the new series slightly more than the classic ones because I've been growing up with the new ones, but that doesn't mean I don't like the classics, as you will probably tell from my classic series reviews. Though maybe I like the new series a little bit too much more. Or at least the Russell T Davies era. We'll see about Moffat. And Chibnall on rewatches, so far mostly good, though there are some issues. And every fan's going to have a slightly different opinion, but that's a good thing, just so long as we're all nice about it and have sensible opinions in cases where ones don't have sensible ones. There are some people who just don't have sensible opinions or facts. When I say sensible, I mean like proper criticisms, as opposed to the Doctor's a woman, it's automatically terrible, and there's black companions, it's automatically terrible. In which case, what do you think about series 3 then? Or series 2 when Mickey's around, and series 1 comes to think about. Yeah, so but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to celebrate the Revived series being, I say, older than the Wilderness years. It's got a longer time period. So here's to what we've got in the Revived series: the good, the bad, and the in between, and the whatever else you think of it. Here's to many, many, many more years of Doctor Who to come, whether that's with the Revived series and it goes on hiatus / goes away for a bit and then comes back a few more years later in another revived format. In which case we will have to stop calling it the classic era and the Revived series, or a new series, and call it Era 1, Era 2, Era 3, so forth. So yeah, the TV movie is kind of in Era 1 and a bit, I guess. You could count it as Era 1 like the DVDs do. But anyway, so here's to Doctor Who, the Revived series, and may it continue for a good while yet. At least up until the 60th anniversary. At the very least. At the very least. And we'll definitely be getting Series 13, and hopefully we'll at least get up to the 60th anniversary. After that, the future's not as certain. I mean, Series 14 and 15 are also should be on the way as well, whether that's with Chibnall or not. 14 and 15 are definitely going to be coming as well. Whether that's before or after the 60th is to be certain. Well, 14 should be, 15 might not be. But yeah, certainly we'll get up to Series 15 in a number of series, and we should be up to this, at the very least, up to the 60th anniversary. So let's enjoy ourselves whilst it's on. I know not everyone's going to enjoy it, but it's better than nothing. And we're in the 18-month period where they're just between the two series, and that's if Series 13 does get released in September 2021, with the exception of the upcoming, yet to still be determined whether it's Christmas or New Year festive special. Um, it'd be better if it's New Year if Series 13 does get pushed back to 22, because then we'll at least get a episode in 21. But if it does get released in 21, then push it to Christmas. But yeah, New Year if 13 is delayed to 22. But yeah, but apart from Revolution of the Daleks, we're in the 18-month gap, and that's if the series doesn't get pushed back. The 13th series doesn't get pushed back. But so yeah, there is not much story. There aren't any stories coming out at the moment just yet. Although there is plenty of other Doctor Who stuff out there, like the books and the audios and the comics, etc. So, so long as they're Doctor Who fans, there will be Doctor Who, whether that's on TV or in the expanded media, or just people online making fan films and fan audios. They're pretty fun. They're pretty great. In fact, I would say Big Finish were probably the first people to do, well, not the first people, but probably the main people to do. There's sort of like fan audios, but they become technically canon into the universe, or arguably canon, certainly fitting into the universe. Saying Big Finish is fan fiction is probably going to be something that's going to get me hate, but that's probably what it started out as, and then it became a bit more of its own thing, and a bit more in universe. I think once I started talking about that, I knew I was running into a dead end. Sorry about that. But as I was saying, here's the Doctor Who. Here's the revival. May it continue. Thank you for watching, and sorry this video got a bit rambly in the second half. And I'll see you guys next time. And for those wondering, as I mentioned in the previous video on this channel, Doctor Who reviews on the Retro channel will return in August, hopefully. And we'll be onto the Revive series' 5th series, which is the 31st of it overall, which is, of course, Matt Smith's first series, Series 5. So we'll be onto those, and yeah, I would say, what other better way is there to celebrate the Revive series getting having more time than the Wilderness years, but then to celebrate it with some revival era stories. So yeah, I'll be sitting back and relaxing and watching the Matt Smith stories when the time comes. And that's it from me. So again, thank you for watching, and sorry for the ramble at the end. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.